For CBS Evening News, this is Walter Cronkite. Good night. Wait a tick. I forgot. We have a special report on cloud computing. Thank you, Walter. Hello, my name is Drew Windsor. I'm going to summarize and share my response to an article by Brian Hayes called Cloud Computing. It appeared in the magazine Communication of the ACM in the July issue of 2008. At an increasing pace, software is shifting from an application that resides in your PC to software that beams down to us from the clouds. That is becoming where the focus of software innovation is occurring. In order to catch up with some key amenities of traditional PC-housed application, cloud-based software needs to overcome some significant obstacles that allow us to customize our old-school software to our particular needs. We'll look more closely at those differences shortly. Despite some shortcomings, cloud applications offer significant advantages. Individual users no longer need to attend to installing, configuring, and deal with those time-consuming and typically costly updates. Maintaining lower-level utilities and computational infrastructure of operating systems virtually become a thing of the past. Software companies, too, reap rewards. Installation of bugs and fixes are simple. Instead of developing multiple means of accommodating a plethora of users' platforms, the vendor chooses a single platform. Last but not least, collaboration, once limited to cumbersome systems of email strings carrying attachments that track changes, is revolutionized. Cloud software is typically accessed in a single web browser window. Currently, this interface falls short of what we have come to expect in our applications. Software allowing us to dial in our own particular preferences and ways of interacting. As with all cloud-based systems, security is a significant concern, much like the red flags that have been raised with Google and particularly Facebook. If our cloud applications store our documents, who owns those documents and who can access them? 50 years ago, in an era when large glass-walled rooms housed expensive mainframe computers, various systems for sharing access were developed, not unlike the cloud revolution we are experiencing today. When PCs came along in the 80s, their arrival was heralded as a liberation that accommodated individual preferences and needs and was inherently private. Cloud computing swings the pendulum back to that era of yesteryear. Cloud users are willing to give up the amenities of that 80s liberation in favor of other advantages. The gains of cloud computing are noteworthy. Over time, some of the shortcomings, such as tailoring use to individual preferences, will be steadily improved. But since the dinosaurs of mainframes came online years ago, our privacy has been compromised. Cloud computing multiplies that lack of privacy exponentially. People are willing to make that compromise for a variety of reasons. Freedom from installation of applications, updating, bugs, and other fixes has a draw. But I believe there is a subtle factor that is more significant. As the digital world and other changes in our society take us down a path away from social engagement traditions based on physical proximity, our inherent need for connection is fulfilled by e-based social networks. Let me repeat that. As the digital world and other changes in our society take us down a path away from social engagement traditions based on physical proximity, our inherent need for connection is fulfilled by e-based social networks. The collaborative quality of cloud computing, more so than the other amenities of cloud software, may well be the most powerful factor persuading us to give up the freedom and privacy of traditional computing. Walter, back to you. Thank you, Drew. Signing off for the CBS Evening News, This is Walter Cronkite. Good night.